Good morning, viewers. Welcome again to my channel, Second Matter, the solution to your maths problems. This is Ghana Teacher Line Essential Exams, Numeracy September 2024. Objective question number 29. The average score of a group of 5 pupils in an English test is 7. A 6th person is added and the average increases to 8. What is the score of the 6th person? So there's a question under statistics. And it falls under mean. Yes, mean. So before we even start solving this particular question, let's do a recall of mean. Remember that the mean is also the same as the average. So for example, if I ask you to find the mean, also known as the average of these numbers, 10, 12, and then 8. How do we calculate the mean? So to calculate the mean, we need to add up these 3 numbers. So that is 10 plus 12 plus 8. Then we divide by 3 because we have 3 numbers. So we have 30 divided by 3, and that is 10. So the mean or the average of these 3 numbers is 10. So I want us to create a formula for calculating the mean. In this particular example, there are 3 numbers. So to calculate the mean of 3 numbers, so there is a symbol for writing mean. So the mean of 3 numbers is equal to the sum of the 3 numbers. Sum means adding the 3 numbers. So I'm representing S as the sum. So we need to sum up the 3 numbers and we divide by 3. So that is the formula. So what if the numbers are 4? If you have to find the mean of 4 numbers, how do we create a formula for that? So the mean or the average of 4 numbers will be equal to the sum of the 4 numbers divided by 4. Lastly, what if the numbers are 10? What will be the formula? So the mean of 10 numbers is equal to the sum of 10 numbers divided by 10. So please, let's take note of this particular formula. So now back to the question. For the first scenario, the average score of a group of 5 pupils in a test is 7. So the average score of a group of 5 pupils in an English test is 7. So we are looking at 5 pupils. So how do we calculate the average score of 5 pupils? So the average score of 5 pupils is equal to the sum of the scores of the 5 pupils divided by 5. But were we given the actual average score of the 5 people? Yes, it was given to us as 7. So in place of average of 5, the average score of 5 pupils, we substitute 7 there. And this must be equal to the sum of the scores of the 5 people divided by 5. So now let's make sum of the scores of the 5 people the subject. So remember, this can also be written as 7 on 1 is equal to sum of the scores of the 5 people divided by 5. So we can cross multiply. So 7 times 5, we have 35. And then 1 times sum of 5, we have sum of 5. So let's make sum of 5 the subject. So sum of 5 is equal to 35. So what does sum of 5 here mean? Sum of 5 here means that when we add up the individual scores of the 5 people, that is 35. So we have 5 different peoples. So when we sum up their individual scores, that is the individual scores of the 5 people, should give us a sum of 35. Now let's also look at the second scenario. So a 6th person is added and the average increases to 8. Initially there were 5 peoples. Now they've added other person. So meaning that we now have 6 pupils in the class. So how do we create a formula for calculating the average score of 6 pupils? So again, the average score of 6 pupils will be equal to the sum of the individual scores of the 6 pupils divided by 6. Remember, when the score of the seed person was added, their average score increases to 8. So now the average score of the 6 people becomes 8, and this must be equal to sum of the scores of the 6 pupils divided by 6. So this can also be written as 8 on 1 is equal to sum of 6 divided by 6. Again, we are solving for sum of 6, so we can cross multiply. So what is 8 times 6? We have 48. And then 1 times sum of 6, we have sum of 6. So we can say that sum of 6 is equal to 48. So what's the meaning of sum of 6? So the sum of 6 here is telling us that when we add up the individual scores of the 6 pupils, it should give us a total sum of 48. But remember, we are looking for the score of the seed person. So when there were 5 pupils, their total score was 35. When they added another person, their total score is now 48. So can we calculate the score of the seed person? Yes, we should be able to calculate the score of the seed person. So how then do we calculate the score of the seed person? So we need to find the difference. So the score of the seed person will be the difference between the sum of their scores. That is sum of 6 minus sum of 5. Remember, sum of 6, we had 48. Sum of 5, we had 35. So what is 48 minus 35? We have 13. We have 13. So we could see that the score of the seed person is 13. So the right answer is option C. I hope you enjoyed this lesson. Please like, comment, and share the video.